Hello, everybody. I'm back and I am here today to finally talk about our third quarter 2020 points and miles credit card strategy. So the reason I waited so long to record this video this quarter is really because there have been so many rumors. First of all, just like overall, so much going on as far as changes in the way that reward systems are working with credit cards, different categories on cards. I mean, wait till you hear some of this. Seriously. Some of it is completely like I would have never, ever in my life guessed. So I have written out my point strategy. It is the longest one I've ever written. This is in 8-point font and it takes up an entire page. Part of that is because I did get a new credit card this quarter that I'm very excited about. And if you own a business or are interested in starting a business, this would be a really great, very lucrative card to get right now. I'll talk about that more later. The other reason this is so long is because you'll notice that the Chase Sapphire Preferred, it doesn't just have personal dining and personal travel anymore. It has a whole bunch of other stuff going on this quarter. I need a highlighter. Also, did you guys notice these eyelashes? How could you not notice the eyelashes? Come on. These I got on Groupon for like $20 for 5 sets. They're magnetic and I have never tried them before today. I put them on today and I have to say, for purposes of like recording or anything kind of like indoors, probably these are really great. They're very easy. I don't know if I'd wear them like going out on a boat or on a really windy day. Anyway, so yes, that's what I'm doing today with my lashes. Okay, so right now I didn't do this before I recorded, but I'm going to go through and highlight which cards have the highest value on the different categories because we have like so many cards that are giving bonuses on the same categories this quarter. So I'm just going to go through and make sure I have this all. So I'm going to go through these one at a time. I'll put them up on the screen so you can follow along. Now, obviously, like I do these quarterly strategies every quarter. These are all based on the cards that I personally have, but I know that a lot of you that watch this channel and are into this kind of hobby, I know that a lot of you have the same cards or many of the same cards. So I offer this just as like, here's what I'm doing. Obviously, you do whatever you want, but this is what I'm doing this quarter to maximize my credit card points and miles. And here we go. So the very first thing that I'm going to talk about is my brand new card, which is the American Express Business Platinum. I got this card just a couple weeks ago, like right at the beginning of July. I got this one with a sign-on bonus of spend $10,000 in the first 3 months and receive 100,000 Amex membership rewards points. That's, I think, the very best offer I've ever heard of with American Express for membership rewards. And I was really excited to come across this one. If you're interested in it, I might have a connection for you. If you don't have this card yet and are interested, just maybe private message me through my Instagram or my Twitter probably, and I'll see what I can do. So that one basically I'm using for everything until I meet that minimum spend of $10,000. I do expect to probably have that done within the first month, and then I'll go on to these other cards for the rest of the quarter. So moving on, the very next thing we have is pretty much my favorite card of all time. As you know, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, this is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. But this quarter, like I said earlier, you're going to see more than just personal travel and personal dining. A lot more. First thing I have on the list, here it is, 2% personal travel. Great. Still maybe going to do that, except I'm not traveling right now, so I'm not really probably won't be traveling at all this quarter, possibly even fourth quarter this year. This is not looking like the situation we're in is being managed very well. It does not look like it's going to end anytime soon. And so I'm just kind of assuming that we won't really be traveling probably until next summer, and that's at the very soonest, sadly. All right, the next thing is 3% on Instacart deliveries and pickups up to $3,000. So I think it would be safe to say that staying underneath that $3,000 in a quarter, if you're just using Instacart for regular grocery shopping, kind of as an alternative to going into the store, should be totally doable. Getting 3% back on that is super awesome. But then when you go down to the next line, you see that you get a $50 statement credit toward a yearly or monthly Instacart Express membership. So I haven't personally used this yet, but it's definitely something I'm looking at. So this is totally crazy. You've definitely never heard me say this before, and you probably won't ever hear me say it again. But I'm going to be using my Chase Sapphire Preferred for 3% on gas stations. Yes, gas stations on the Sapphire Preferred. This is a benefit that I was waiting for confirmation. That's why this video is a little late. And it's real. The Chase Sapphire Preferred has never offered that before. And I think it's just a benefit for the current situation in the world. They've kind of put together this package that includes the Instacart and the gas station. And the next line, 5% on select streaming services, which includes Netflix, Spotify, Hulu, Disney Plus, and several others, up to $1,500 in the quarter. So you might want to, if you have the Sapphire Preferred, you might want to log in and update your payment method on all of your streaming services. And there is a pay yourself back, this is also new, at a rate of 1.25% for statement credits at grocery stores, restaurants, and home improvement stores. That's something that you can do through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, and definitely check that out. Okay, moving on, we have the Chase Freedom Card, which I'll tell you before I even give you their categories, I will not be using the Chase Freedom Card at all this quarter. Because they are offering 5% on Amazon, and that's the same value that I get with my Amazon card that you'll see later, but it's an Ultimate Rewards points. Right now I'm finding more value in getting the actual Amazon money back to put towards future Amazon purchases, so I am going to not be using Freedom for Amazon. Freedom is also getting 5% at Whole Foods Market, which interestingly is also the same as the Amazon Visa. Next is Freedom Unlimited. This is the same all the time. I don't expect this one to change, but man, I mean, with the changes with the Sapphire Preferred, I guess you never know. So the Freedom Unlimited is getting 1.5% in the form of Ultimate Rewards points on all purchases with no limit. The United MileagePlus Explorer, I would really only be pulling that out to use if I was booking something on United, getting 2% on the miles on that. It's kind of a cool deal because if you buy your United tickets with this card, you're earning 2 miles per dollar spent on the purchase, plus you're going to be earning the miles like when you are actually in the air. You're going to be earning traditional miles as well. So it is a good way to max out your miles on real flights. It's just that I don't have any planned and probably won't for a while. So the Ink Preferred is looking pretty good this quarter. I'm actually going to be using it for things in all 4 of the categories that they offer 3% on, except for travel, because we already covered that. So it gets 3% on travel. This is a business card, and so I'm very strict with that, and I would only use it for business-related travel, which I have none. Yeah, so my calendar is reminding me right now that I would be on a business trip right now, and that would be, I believe it was in Tennessee that it was planned. It's the NAM conference, and that is the National Association of Music Merchants because of my music school, and we have a store, and we're doing actually quite a bit of retail online now. I was really looking forward to that, but we are not there. So business travel, 3% on the Ink Preferred, 3% on shipping. We're doing a ton of shipping, like I said, with the store for the music school right now. So 3% on shipping, which is great. 3% on internet, cable, and phone, which is not as good as you get with the 5% on the Chase Ink Cash. But the reason I'm using this for our phones now is because it gives you insurance on the phones that are on your plan. So that's why I'm accepting the 2% loss on the points as compared to the Chase Ink Cash, but getting insurance on the phones. So particularly if my teenage kids break their iPhones, we have a little bit of coverage for that with a deductible. All right, the Ink Unlimited is for 1.5%, everything else that's business related. And then we have the Ink Cash, which everything here is the same as usual. It's 5% at office supply stores, 5% on internet, cable, and phone. And so I am keeping the internet on this one, and then 2% at gas stations, which normally would be good if the Chase Freedom didn't have it as a 5% category. But since we have the Sapphire Preferred with 3%, 5% on gas stations right now. That beats the 2% on the in cash. So yay. Target Red Card gets 5% off at Target or Target.com. That's kind of just always a go-to card for those purchases. The American Express Delta Sky Miles Gold, again, not doing any travel, but it does earn 2 miles per dollar. I said that right. The American Express Delta Sky Miles Gold earns 2 miles per dollar on Delta purchases. It also earns 2 miles per dollar on restaurants. So just to keep that card active, maybe use that just once in a while because it's probably not a super active card in your wallet right now. I know it's not in mine. And 2 miles per dollar at US supermarkets, which is a new thing this quarter. Again, it's a lot of these credit card companies are rewarding people for their grocery purchases because it's something that we're all buying right now because we're not eating out as much. The Barclay Card Aviator, that would just be if I was buying an American Airlines purchase. Again, not doing that. And last but not least, the Amazon Visa at 5% at Amazon. So that's my strategy. And I know it's weird this quarter. It's for sure the most bizarre one ever, and it's really just come down to that Chase Sapphire Preferred. There is a rumor, this is unconfirmed, this one I could not get confirmed in time for this video. There was a rumor that the Chase Sapphire Preferred was also going to be offering 5% on insurance. So keep an eye out for any kind of confirmation on that. I've asked around in the groups that I'm in, and nobody has a solid confirmation on it. I guess one way to check it would be to just make an insurance payment, just a small one, with that card and see if it shows up as 5%. So that is the strategy that I'm using for the third quarter 2020. I hope this has been helpful. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't. Share this channel and this video with your friends. And if you want links to any of the cards I've talked about, as well as all of the other stuff that I use to kind of like maximize value on every purchase, see the link in the description. Everything is there. There's a whole lot of really cool ways to make a lot of money on your purchases without doing a whole lot of work, sometimes without doing any work at all after the initial setup. We'll see you next time.